Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a recommendation video for you for some right person, wrong time romances. So I'm super excited for this video. I just have to get to my notes, but I love right person, wrong time romances. I think that they are so much fun, and have like a ton of angst in them. And so let's get right into these recommendations for you. The first book I want to talk about is The Birthday List by Devney Perry. So I have a couple Devney Perry on this list because I feel like she does right person, wrong time romances so well. So this one, our heroine loses her husband, and the hero is the cop that tells her her husband was murdered. And so he kind of felt like an instant, like kind of like attraction a little bit towards her, and was like, oh my gosh, she's very pretty, but this is totally the wrong time to, like, maybe, you know, like he wouldn't just be like, oh, let me take you out on a date right after your husband passed away. So now it's 5 years later, and the whole thing surrounding this book is that she and her husband created this birthday list that every year for his birthday they tried a new thing together, like skydiving, a karate class, whatever. And so the hero, she decides to go do a karate class, or like a self-defense class, I think, and the hero is the instructor. And so she's like so surprised to see him again after so long, and so they kind of rekindle up a friendship, and they start becoming really good friends, and they take it really slow, maybe starting a romantic relationship. And it was just so good. It was such a great healing journey for the heroine, and I really love this romance. It was very sweet, slow burn. It was just really adorable, and I really love how the hero took his time with the heroine and letting her find her feet again. And they did the birthday list together, checking things off, and that was really fun. There was a little suspense in this one because he is a cop, and like they still haven't found the murderer of her husband, and so he took on the case of figuring that out. And so there's some suspense with that, and I just really like this one. Super great, solid romance from Devney Perry. I also listened to the audio of this one and really liked it, so I recommend that one too. But just a great romance. Next book I want to talk about is Saint by Sierra Simone. So you could definitely read this series out of order, but this one is probably the most emotional one out of all of the books, I feel like. And so Saint is a monk romance, and so our hero that we get the most POV from, I think his name is Aiden, and he and his boyfriend broke up like 5 years ago, and he randomly decided to become a monk, and he left his boyfriend like standing there in their like house alone, just like, I'm leaving you. And so now it's 5 years later, and they see each other again because Tyler, the other hero who was like his boyfriend, is at the monastery and is doing a newspaper piece on the monastery, and he sees Aiden the hero, and Aiden the hero finds out that Tyler is engaged to somebody else, and he just feels absolutely horrible about it. He is just heartbroken. I'm not going to spoil the reason why he left Tyler because that's a big spoiler, but it was for a good reason, and this deals a lot with mental health in this book, so know that going in. Thoughts of suicide, talks of a past suicide that happened with a family member, and so they are kind of rekindling a little bit of their friendship while Tyler is doing the newspaper piece, and they're going back to these old feelings of like love and fondness for each other, but it's just so heartbreaking because they know they can't be together because he is engaged to somebody else, and he left for a reason. And at first Aiden doesn't tell Tyler why he left, and so Tyler is very angry at him. There were lots of spicy scenes in this one, and they end up having to go travel some different monasteries around the world, like in Italy and France, and they rekindle up their romance, but they're like, we can't be together. And it is just so good. I loved this one. It was amazing. I just absolutely adored it. The perfect right person, wrong time romance with so much angst and emotional aspects to it. Highly recommend. Also, the audiobook is amazing. So good. It is just Oh, I love it. Chef's kiss. The next book I want to talk about is Before I Let Go by Kennedy Ryan. This one is a marriage and trouble romance / divorce romance. So our hero and heroine divorced 2 years ago. They have 2 kids together, and they both have businesses coinciding with each other, and the hero starts dating somebody else, and the heroine starts getting a little like, oh my gosh, like, I still love him, and it's very angsty, total like right person, wrong time, because they truly loved each other when they were in their relationship, but they got divorced. I think I'm just gonna say it because you should know it going in if this is a trigger for you. Deals with loss of a child, and so she really needed to heal on her own to be there for him and their family, and so now she's finally healed and she wants him back. So that's all I'm going to say. It is really, really good. Highly recommend. The next book I want to talk about is Wolf Song by TJ Klune. This is a werewolf romance. I describe it as Twilight, but with werewolves. So one of the heroes, Ox, he has always been told he is stupid his whole life, never amounts to anything, and so now we follow him through the years of growing up until he's a teenager, and this new family comes into town, and he starts befriending one of the boys' sons in this family, and they really have a really good friendship, and he doesn't know that they're actually wolves. And so there's a lot that happens in this book, a lot of action, emotion, suspense, and now it's a couple years later, and they were torn away from each other for a reason, and now Joe is back, the other hero, and there's lots of angst because they love each other, but they're like, you left me. It is so, so good. I love this series so much. Very angsty, emotional, a little bit of magic and suspense in this one. Absolutely love this one. The next book and last book I'm going to talk about is Coach by Devney Perry. So this is a sports kind of, not really second chance, but kind of second chance friends to lovers romance. So our hero, Millie, no, that's the heroine. Millie and Ford were best friends in college, and they were about to make a move on each other, but then the hero finds out that his ex-girlfriend is pregnant, and so he basically drops Millie and ghosts her and doesn't talk to her because he is so freaked out that he got somebody pregnant. And so now it's 10 years later, and Ford is coming back into the small town where they went to college and where Millie works, and he's becoming the head coach of the football team for the university, and they see each other again, and he's like, oh my gosh, Millie's so beautiful, but Millie wants nothing to do with him because he kind of basically broke her heart. Like, she really wanted to start a relationship with him, and they've always kind of had feelings for each other, had like crushes on each other, but it's always been like, you know, the wrong time. And so now he's back in town, and he has a daughter, and he keeps trying to win Millie over, and it's really, really cute. His daughter Joey is adorable. Her and Millie bake together like cookies and cakes, and it's just really cute, and he really has to prove to her that he is worth all of the heartache that she went through. And I really, really love this one. It was so good. The angst and spice in here was pretty good for Devney Perry. Definitely a new favorite from her. And yeah, that is the end of this video. My battery is about to die on me, and so I'm gonna end and wrap this up quickly, but I hope you enjoyed this recommendation video. I really love all of these romances. If you want to hear more of my thoughts on Coach by Devney Perry, I have a new releases vlog coming out this week, so look out for that. I'm reading Coach by Devney Perry, Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez, her new book, Echoes of You by Catherine Cowles, and If This Is Love by Julie Ann. So definitely keep out on the lookout for that, but I want to thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.